Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 3. And today I'm going to be giving you part 4 of What If Naruto Found the Uzumaki Curse. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends on your social media platform. And also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto had a powerful familiar over an Anime King too, and enjoy that guys. And also, remember to stay in tune for a brand new episode coming over Anime King. Yes, I did have 3 channels, Anime King, Anime King 2, Anime King 3. Which I post what if on every single day. Yes, you heard that right. Every single day for you guys to enjoy. So go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be planning talking back to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, it is to begin this new episode start. The intro. So the last time we left off, Naruto was in the forest of death, as he was being watched by none other than Anko Midarashi. Anko was startled because she thought that had something to do with the Kyuubi. As she saw Naruto, she knew exactly who he was. She had watched him already, as he was a person that didn't take crap just like her. While the village saw them as nothing but demons and monsters, he didn't take crap from anyone, and she liked that about him. But it was then that she saw him transforming, as strange black and red markings came over him, until something swallowed his body. It was like another host, another flesh over him. She watched as he did some amazing things, as he was able to turn his arm into a massive sight blade, and do several other things. She was shocked, that much for certain, as she couldn't believe it. It was then that she was yanked away, as he had caught her with one of those strange tentacles that came from his body. He opened his mouth wide as many teeth could be seen to devour her, as she thought that she was gonna die. But he then started to laugh. As he placed her down, she was still frightened, but she realized he wasn't going to harm her as he spoke. She wanted to know what that was, but Naruto wanted to know about Kakashi, seeing that he was his new Jonin sensei. As Anko told him a bit about the bell test, she was rather shocked how quickly he caught on, as he was able to tell that it was about teamwork the moment she started to see a few key words. He wrote down his address and told her to stop by, as she was surprised. He was so brave and so forward. He didn't waste time, did he? So with that, he made his way. The next morning, as Naruto arrived rather late, he had to shut Sakura up for him being late, seeing that Kakashi wasn't there yet. The bell test started as Kakashi told him to come at him. The other two flashed away but not Naruto, as Naruto wanted to see how he matched up. So he fought Kakashi. He fought him, yes he did. Without carnage though, as they fought. Kakashi was surprised at Naruto's speed and strength that he possessed, until Naruto flashed away, making his way. As Kakashi was shocked, not only did Naruto have a different style of guy, strong fist style, he had several powerful jutsus that he shouldn't supposed to know at his age. As Kakashi was confused by that, as Naruto had found the members of Team 7 and told them what the real meaning behind the test was, he threatened them as well to go along with his plan. So with that, they came after Kakashi's team. In the end, Naruto was able to snatch the bell off his waist while using his clones. As Kakashi passed them, but Naruto wasn't there, as they were tagging along with a clone since he fought Kakashi. Some time passed as Anko came over to the house, but she was surprised it wasn't a house, it was an apartment complex that was well furnished and every floor belonged to him. Now that was surprising, as people respect him a lot, seeing that some of them call him Naruto-sama. Now that was shocking, especially in Red Light District. She never knew these things, so she came to the top floor, as he was in the process of cooking. He poured her some steak as they spoke. They spoke for a while they eat, as she wondered what did he think this was. Did he think this was a date? When it was time for her to go, he didn't let her though. As they started to talk some more until talking turned to making out, and making out turned into the point of no return as he got down to it. The next morning, Uncle woke up, waking up feeling rather refreshed, and also sore in a few places that she couldn't believe it. But she had to say the kid, well, this certainly wasn't a kid, he was something else. But she had to go as she wrote a note and stick it on his forehead and left. As Naruto woke up and stretched, finding the note, he quickly made his way up as he wondered what kind of missions they will go on, starting Team 7. So yeah guys, so basically that's what the thought you guys can switch across the place and check it out for yourself. So what do you say begin this new episode? Let's get right into it guys. We begin this episode with Hiruzen. The man sighed in annoyance. There was a lot of paperwork on his desk, as he was threatening to just burn it all. But almost all of these paperwork had one name on it that made them all similar. Naruto Uzumaki. Yes, that was the name that was on almost all the paperwork. These were files of complaints. Dozens. More than a dozen. As Hiruzen sighed in annoyance. It's been 2 months since Team 7 officially became a team. 2 months. Never had he had so much complaint about one person in just 2 months. Some ninjas went their entire career without having a single complaint, but this boy has been a genin for just 2 months and yet he had all these complaints. The reason being, when Naruto found out that they want him to do the ranks, chores, he threw a fit and he ignored everything that Kakashi said. He didn't do one single thing. Kakashi spoke to the Hokage about this as Naruto refused to help Sakura and Sasuke, as they didn't like that one bit. They were doing all the grunt work while he ignored them all. Sometimes he didn't even bother to show up, like he wasn't a part of the team. As Hiruzen gave Naruto a stern talking to. As much as the boy didn't like him, he had to make sure the boy understand that he had to perform the duties that were given to him. But then, there was an evil glint in Naruto's eyes, a rather wicked one. It troubled Hiruzen a bit, how wicked the boy looked can become in a single second. But then it happened. The fires. Missions start to become chaotic as fires start to burn lawns. Houses that were helped being rebuilt. Section of the houses start to be destroyed whenever Naruto was sent on a D-rank mission. Even old ladies' groceries start to go missing, as Naruto was doing everything to make sure that the people who hired them for said mission suffer. Whenever the mission roster was given, the group did not want Team 7. They didn't want Team 7 at all. Going to the point of writing a special note to the Hokage, no one wanted Team 7 because the boy was causing them too much problem. The last mission that Hiruzen sent Naruto and his team on was to find Tori the cat. And as of this moment, the Fire Daimyo wife was upset at Konoha. She was furious at the village, as the village was unable to find her cat. Team 7 had searched far and wide, and they weren't able to find it. But Hiruzen knew what happened. Kakashi had informed him that Naruto had destroyed his communicator. He then returned back saying that it fell out of his ear and it broke. And until this day, no one has been able to find Tori the cat. And that was 3 weeks ago. The cat was most likely dead, and Naruto was the one that killed it, as Hiruzen believed that was the case, but he had no evidence. Kakashi was forced to train the team. Yes, he had to train them because they were blacklisted from doing D-rank missions. And the only way that Hiruzen could give them a C-rank was if they were up to the task. So they had to be ready, as Kakashi had to focus on their teamwork, because they could not do any D-ranks. The clients just would not take them around Konoha, because that boy was causing too much trouble and chaos for them. Sakura and Sasuke were not so upset about this though, because they hated D-ranks. However, it's been a rather long time since Naruto showed up for Team training. He has been sending nothing but a clone. Kakashi had noticed this the first time he had sparred with Naruto, and the clone had burst. Day after day, Naruto sent a clone. As he knew the secret of the Shadow Clone Jutsu, there was no need for him to be there for the team training exercise. He would already know it through his clones. But even his clones was irritable. His clones were just like him, angry, pissed off at doing certain things. Here's inside, he knew that it was a matter of time before they came barging and demanded a C rank, considering that they were blacklisted from D ranks. As Harrison looked over the files, going through the paperwork, as he moved towards the missions, he found a little nice one for them. This shouldn't be so hard. At the moment though, Team 7 was waiting. Kakashi was there as well. No, that was surprising considering that he usually be the one to show up late. He had just arrived though, but Team 7 was waiting. Where is he? Said Sakura. She looked around, as Naruto was nowhere to be seen. Kakashi sighed behind his book that he was reading. He knew where Naruto lived, but it was just a problem of getting in. There were certain precautions around his building, certain problems that Naruto placed up to make sure people like him, ninjas, not to get in. While people around the red light district knew not to screw around with him. The precaution that he put up was for the envoys and ninjas, as the envoys could not come near his apartment and watch him every time. As they finally saw him coming along, "There he is," said Sasuke, as Sakura saw him making his way. As Naruto arrived in front of Team 7, Kakashi glanced towards him. "Naruto, I told you yesterday that we'll be taking a secret mission today. I hope this is not a clone," he said, as Naruto pounded his chest. "Don't worry," he said, "I'm the real one." Once again he was dressed in an open shirt. It was more of a jacket, black pants. He also had warmers around his wrists and black gloves with metal plating on the back, strange markings carved into it, but Sakura could not tell what it was. His hair was down his back. "What are you guys waiting for? Come on," he said. "You're the one that is late," said Sasuke, "and yet you guys are just standing there," Naruto said. The group frowned at that as they continued to walk. As they were making their way, people started to send them glances, well, especially Naruto. But he didn't seem to care one bit as Kakashi watched them. He shot them glares back, forced them to turn their heads. As Naruto saw a group of people up ahead, it was a group of girls. Kurenai was on her way to visit her team for their usual training session and take a mission or so, when she met up with Hana and Uncle. As Uncle had something to tell them. She had been rather busy lately. The thing is, they haven't been seeing much of her. They figured that she was dating someone in the village and spending time with that person. Saying that she was here to tell them something now, it seems. She was going to tell them who she was dating. "So, Uncle, you seem different," said Hana. "A bit more pep in your step. So what do you want to tell us?" "Yes, I'm quite curious," said Kurenai, as her friend seemed different. "Well," Uncle said, "there's something I wanna..." Kurenai and Hana were surprised, as someone wrapped their arms around Uncle's waist. Kakashi and the group paused when they saw Naruto disembark from them. As Kakashi glanced up from his book, "What is he doing?" said Sakura, as Sasuke raised an eyebrow. Uncle felt the arms. As she looked down before, she smiled, surprising the two girls. Who was this guy? As Kurenai instantly realized who it was. Hana, on the other hand, she took in his appearance, as she wondered if this was that person her younger brother Kiba spoke about. Not to mention she heard the rumors around the village, the Genin team that got disbanded from doing D-rank missions because of one individual Genin. As Kurenai watched with shock, as Naruto group Uncle asked before spinning her around. He then pulled her into a deep tongue kiss right out in the open, for everyone to witness and see. Uncle herself was enjoying it until they separated for air. "See? What I told you," said Naruto. "It's a lot more fun doing it outside. Maybe next time, I can take you around the alley and bend you over one of those bends." As Kurenai was speechless. Was he really saying those things? Sakura's face was red till her ears were steaming. Sasuke had a blush on his face as well. Even Kakashi was blushing, but you couldn't see it because of the mask. Hana, on the other hand, had a feral look on her face. Inuzukas were... well, they were primal, much like their dogs, wild. But once they found a dangerous alpha, they got a bit submissive. And the feeling of alpha was reeking off this person. Being so close to him, Hana couldn't help it, as she felt the sensation. Well, Uncle said, that sounds rather enticing. Why don't we give it a try? Kakashi, said Naruto. Oh yes, Naruto, said Kakashi. Are you sure that we're doing a C-rank mission? Something bit dangerous. Well, I'm not sure how dangerous it will be, but yes, it's a C-rank. Considering that we can't do any more D-ranks because of you. As Naruto stroked his chin, he gave Anko another deep tongue kiss. As everyone was startled once again, Anko herself was enjoying herself, as people started to pause and stare. As Naruto broke apart. Sir darling, he said, I'm gonna have to take a rain check. It seems I got business, he said. You know, business calls. I understand, she said. After all, I had to run out more than once now, she said, as she gripped his shirt. But you're gonna have to make it up to me, she whispered to him. Oh, you can count on that, said Naruto, as he slapped her ass once again. He then turned his back, ladies, as he looked towards the two women. As he then turned to see the siblings looking at him and Uncle. What? He shouted. The people started to scurry away, as that made the both of them laugh. Alright, Team 7, move out, said Naruto, as he started to walk. Hey, you guys deaf? As he just stood there, the group regained their bearings, as Kakashi had his nose in his book, cackling the entire time. Sasuke's face was beet red as well. Sakura could not look at him or anyone else. She was finding the ground rather interesting at that moment. What the hell was that, said Kurenai, as she couldn't believe what she just saw. Yeah, what was that? Said Hana, but her tone was a bit more submissive in a way. That, girls, is... well, I can't even explain it, said Uncle, but that is what I want to talk to you guys about. As Kurenai was still shocked as she couldn't believe it. Time skip as Team 7 arrived towards the tower, making their way towards the mission room. As Naruto glanced around, Haruka was in there. Hiruzen was in there as well, along with another Chunin. On the walls there were photographs of the previous Kages. Ah, Team 7, Hiruzen said. I see you're finally here to take a C-rank mission, he said. I still think it's a bit too early to give them a C-rank, said Haruka. Who asked you, said Naruto, as Haruka turned towards the boy. Naruto, that is no way to speak to your superiors, said Hiruzen. As Naruto turned towards a photo of Minato, ignoring the Hokage. The photo of the fourth Hokage, Minato Namikaze, as Naruto looked at it. Now that's interesting, he said. What is? Asked Sakura, as she saw him staring at the photo with an intense gaze. That photo, he said. That's the fourth Hokage, she said. Kakashi narrowed his gaze, and so did Hiruzen. We kind of look alike, don't you think? The two men started to sweat a bit. You and him? Said Sakura as she looked at Naruto. Mostly his face. She had to say they'd look alike. Well, your hair and eyes as well. Yeah, she said. Now that I think about it, yeah, you do look alike. She's not wrong, said Sasuke. Probably just a coincidence, said Naruto. After all, Ino also has blonde hair and blue eyes. Not like I'm the only one, he said. But come to think of it, she's a part of the Yamaka clan that is known for their features. Maybe I'm his son, said Naruto. You, the fourth Hokage's son? I highly doubt that, said Sakura. The two men in the room were sweating bullets as they remained quiet. Kakashi and Hiruzen freaking out at Naruto noticing that. Well, he wasn't dumb. You being a Hokage's son? You're dreaming, said Sasuke. Well, a man can dream, said Naruto. Besides, if I was his son, that would be a big problem. Why? Said Sakura. Well, considering I was treated like garbage for the first part of my life. Now that confused Sakura, as she didn't know Naruto when he was treated like rubbish, but she did notice the stares from the people. Why would that be a problem? Sasuke asked, still not getting it. If you don't know, I'm not gonna tell you. Sasuke simply glared at him. So, where's that secret mission? Said Naruto. Hiruzen was happy, so was Kakashi that he was getting back on track. It took both men a moment to focus back. Oh yes, Hiruzen said. Send him in. As a drunken man stepped in the room. Well, he looked drunk, considering that he was swaying already, and he had a jug of sake in his hand. As he looked around the room, huh? Is this it? He asked. Are you sure that these kids can protect me? Protect you? From what? Said Naruto. Well, it seems like we're gonna protect Tazuna here from bandits while he built a bridge in Naminakuni. Bandits? Is this an escort mission? Kakashi, I thought you said this was gonna be important, said Naruto. It's important, Naruto. After all, we're protecting him so that he can build a bridge towards the mainland. And you call that important? You and I have a wide gap of what is important or what is not, said Naruto as he shook his head. Regardless, said Kakashi, that will be the mission, to protect Tazuna here. Hey, old fart, said Naruto. What'd you just call me, boy? Said Tazuna. You heard me. How much bandits are after you? Do you know? Said Naruto. I would like to fight someone other than a comrade, so I can truly push myself. Are you sure that this brat will be able to protect me? Tazuna asks. Really stupid move there, huh? Said Naruto. Disrespecting. You're protectors, you know. I could leave you to die when the enemy decide to attack. Naruto hears and said. What? He called me a brat, and you called me an old fart, said Tazuna. Touche, said Naruto. But it still doesn't matter. Naruto, that's enough, hears and said. Fine, said Naruto as he raised his hand, as he turned his back. Kakashi then sighed. Alright team, he said. Pack for at least a month. And then we head towards the main gate. As Naruto turned towards Kakashi. Oh, Kakashi. I lied, he said. You lied? About what? I really thought you wouldn't do anything important, so yeah, I lied. Poof! Naruto was gone in smoke. Kakashi. That was a clone, Hiruzen said. Kakashi was surprised. They look so real, he said. Kakashi, make sure that Naruto is the one that you go on this mission with, not a clone. Yes, Hokage-sama. As Kakashi frowned, Naruto was starting to get him in problems now. Sakura and Sasuke made their way off, as Hiruzen was in deep thought. Just from a single glance, Naruto was able to think of that. As Hiruzen wondered if the boy knew that the fourth Kage was his father, and yet he was just screwing around to see if he would tell him. That would make him probably resent him even more. As Hiruzen sighed. Meanwhile, as Naruto got the information of the clone, as he was busy, he was currently in the dojo. There were several things in front of him. Sealing papers, and there was a large ink pen with brush, several of them. 3 of them already broken. Laughter was in his head, as Carnage had saw the reaction of the other 2. It might not look like Naruto was looking at them, but he was. And Carnage found it rather funny, as the clone members that came back to them. You know, you should tell them that you know, said Carnage. It would be much more funnier. Nah, said Naruto. I want to see how long it takes for them to tell me. How long it takes for them to see how much more I hate them, said Naruto. I know that most of them know, well, the higher-ups, that my father is the fourth Hokage. I mean, do they really think I'm that stupid? The man that sealed the beast inside of me. He looked exactly like me, not to mention the goddamn memorial stone with his name on it. They usually put your spouse beside you. And his spouse was Kushina Uzumaki. And I'm the only Uzumaki in Konoha, and she was the only one in her time. How stupid do these people think I am, said Naruto. Well, really stupid, said Carnage. Yeah, I guess you're right. But I'm gonna savor that moment for when I'm truly pissed off. When I might do something chaotic. You mean like blowing up the village, Carnage asks. Maybe not on that scale, said Naruto, but something dark. Well, what you did to that cat was surely dark, Carnage said. Something that I really enjoyed. Oh yeah, I'm never doing that again. What? It was fun, said Carnage. You ate him, said Naruto. And I'm never doing that again. It kinda felt like I ate him as well. Come on. The most you can do is allow me to eat people while I'm in here. I mean, you are holding me hostage in a way, and using my power. And I'm telling you things about myself and giving you more of my power, not to mention the knowledge I know about that stupid art, Fuinjutsu, because of the host I took over a while. I was a part of the Uzumaki clan. And remember what I said, he was under the leader of the Uzumaki clan, so he know a lot about that stupid art of Fuinjutsu. And haven't I pushed a lot of memory to your brain, said Carnage, for you to know these arts? He was right on that, as Naruto had gotten a lot done in Fuinjutsu so far, because of the memories Carnage gave him from the one that he had consumed in the past. And that man had worked directly under the leader of the Uzumaki, so Naruto was starting to get a lot on Fuinjutsu. All he had to work on was his penmanship. The memory of what his clone did to Uncle came back to him as well. His clones were just like him, the personality. Yeah. But considering this mission, he wouldn't be able to spend some time with Uncle. The past 2 months have been fun. She was surely a wild one. But he wondered if she knew that he wasn't really settling down after all. It's not like they're in a committed relationship. So he hoped that she understand. Yeah, Uncle was not the person to be sappy over one person. That is why he liked her so much. He should inform her, as he created another clone to go off. Hey, as the clone stopped towards the door. No fooling around this time. She's mine. What? She's mine as well, the clone said. No, she's not, said Naruto. I am you, the clone said. Yeah, it doesn't matter, said Naruto. If you fool around with her, I'm gonna kill you. I'm a clone. Yeah? But I'm still gonna kill you, said Naruto. So watch it. Time skip. That son of a bitch, said Naruto, as he arrived in front of Sakura. As Sakura looked at him, thinking that he was talking to her. What? Oh, I'm not talking to you, said Naruto. And he dispelled before I could face him. As Kakashi arrived. Hey, Kakashi. If you dispel a clone, could you bring them back? Kakashi was confused. Yes. No, I mean, could you bring that specific clone back that you dispel? Well, the clone is just a copy of yourself. So, it is that clone. Yeah. Nah, my clones are different, said Naruto. You wouldn't understand. Kakashi came over as he pulled a kunai out. Naruto, cut your finger, he said. What? I said cut your finger. What, you want my blood or something? I want to know if you're a clone or not. I'm not a clone, said Naruto. You said that already, and yet you still tricked me, so cut your finger. Come on, you'll heal fast, he said. Fine, as Naruto took the kunai and sliced his finger. See? As the blood dropped, he licked the blood. As his finger healed instantly. As Sakura raised her eyebrow to that, but she didn't say anything. Alright, he said. Let's hit the road. As Tazuna and Sasuke stood there as well. As Naruto started to walk off. Do you know where the land of Wave is? Kakashi asks. Yep, said Naruto. And how would you know that? It's not like you've been out of this village before. Yeah, that's right, said Naruto. Lead the way, my humble Jonin sensei. As Kakashi nodded. That's much more like it, he said. With that, the group made their way towards the land of Wave to embark on their first mission outside of this village. Time skip a few hours later. As Sakura was sweating a bit as she looked up towards the sun. The place was rather hot. Now she understood why Naruto was wearing that. As he was probably cool and warm, and not even a drop of sweat on his face. Sasuke was not fearing much either as he was hot as well. Now what's that, said Carnage. You can sense that, said Naruto, as he glanced towards a puddle. Haven't I told you? I can sense malice, just like the dumb fox here. I can sense a behavior of Carnage, someone that want to cause problem and chaos. I was able to attach myself to your senses and spread it out. Huh? Wait, you attach yourself to my senses? How did you do that? Don't know, said Carnage. It seems that there is two hiding right there. On such a hot day like this, the water's a dead giveaway. Why don't we have some fun? I'm dying for you to fight someone for the kill. As Naruto smirked at that. He then came to a stop. Kakashi was surprised that Naruto noticed so quickly. "What's going on?" said Tazuna. As Naruto started to go through hand signs. "Shit," said Kakashi. Naruto wastes no time. "Wind style." "They toppa," he said, as he thrust his hand out. The Demon Brothers leap as the entire ground was broken apart by the vicious wind that slammed into it, blowing away the water as well. The Demon Brothers were shocked. That was some powerful wind. They attach their chains and vanish. As they appear behind Kakashi, who turned around, acting surprised as they grabbed him. They then shredded him to pieces. "Kakashi-sensei!" Sakura cried out. "Shut up and watch the client," said Naruto. She pulled her kunai and jumped in front of Tazuna. Sasuke pulled his kunai as well. As the Demon Brothers shot forward, "You're next," as their chain wrapped around Naruto to tear him to pieces. But they pull. To their surprise, Naruto hold on to both end of the chains that they held onto. And what the hell? They didn't have the manpower to pull him apart. How is he so strong? As Naruto smiled. "Come here, boys," he said, as he yanked both of them forward, seeing that the chain were attached to their gauntlets. They were forcefully dragged. As Naruto then lifted them in the air, he then turned on his heel and started to spin. He spins so fast that Demon Brothers turned into blur. As he twists and spin and spin and spin and spin, they could not disattach a gauntlet because their arm was behind them and their body was moving so fast. Suddenly, Naruto stopped it, causing them to whiplash as their head was thrust back and forward. Both men collapsed in a heap as Naruto dragged them forward and grabbed their face with his both hands. Before he slammed their skull down, the ground broke under the monstrous strength that he possessed. As it cracked, Kakashi landed, surprising Sakura and Sasuke that he was alive, as well as Tazuna. As Kakashi watched blood pool out of both of them, they were dead. There was no doubt about that. The back of their head were a mess. Kakashi stood in front of the body so Sakura, with a faint of heart that she was, would not see something as gruesome as this yet. That was a bit gruesome, wouldn't you say? "Well, now they don't have a chance to kill me," said Naruto. "That's my motto. Better kill than be killed." "You killed them," said Sakura. As Naruto turned towards her. "Yeah? So what?" "They're dead," she said. "Oh, it seems like you didn't realize." "Realize what?" she asked. "This is not a goddamn game. Did you think that you were gonna come out here and throw a few kunais and then go back home? It seems you still haven't understand what it means to be a ninja. Why don't I show you?" Sakura flinched as he stepped back, but Naruto was grabbed by Kakashi's hand to be exact. "Ah, my humble sensei. What are you planning to do?" Kakashi asked. "Just make her understand what ninja world is like." "By doing what?" As Kakashi watches Naruto glance towards her, Sakura looking at him with a bit of fear. Fear that teammates should have for one another. As Naruto raised his hand in defense. "I'm joking," he said. As Kakashi released him. "Well then, now that that is over. Tazuna, do you have something to tell us?" he said. I don't know what you're talking about." "Talk, old man," said Naruto. As Tazuna gulped. "Fine. I lied about the mission parameters. I'm being hunted by Goto." "Wait, Goto?" said Naruto. Kakashi raised an eyebrow. "Naruto, do you know who that is?" "Nah, the name just sounds familiar," he said. "Well, who is it?" he asked. "Goto is the leader of the shipping Magnet Goto Company, and in order to keep Wave under his control, he wants me to leave the bridge as it is. If I build a bridge to the mainland, it will destroy his business in Wave, which you want to subjugate. This was the only amount of money that we could scrounge up. The village is in a dire economy, and if you guys don't help me, the bridge will not be completed and the Wave will suffer, and many people will die. And my grandson will probably grow up hating Konoha Shinobis because his poor grandfather died. And not to mention my daughter. Your daughter? Said Naruto. Yes, my daughter. How old is she? Said Naruto. Late 20s. Why do you ask? Do you perhaps have a photo of this daughter? Yes, said Kazuna, confused. As he pulled off his hat, as there was a photo in there. As Naruto checked the photo out, inside there was a woman and her child. Where's the father of the child? Said Naruto. Oh, he died some time ago. Is that so? So your country is being attacked by this man known as Gato. And it needs a hero. A hero that the people could look up to. Yes, that's... Alright, said Naruto, cut him off. We're moving out. Wait, said Kakashi. I didn't say that we were going. Firstly, Sasuke, what do you think? Naruto is not going to show me up once again, said Sasuke. I'm going. As he walked off, Sakura was afraid as Kakashi turned towards her. As Naruto walked over as he whispered, you know, Sasuke would be rather happy to find out that you agreed to make him go along. And he would probably love you for it. As Sakura froze. Love me, she said. Yeah. And he might even give you that first kiss that you're looking for. A hot, sloppy one, said Naruto. Her face became red. I think we should go, Sensei, she said. Kakashi sighed. Alright, fine, he said. As he figured that you're ready for this. But from this point on, you all have to be a lot more careful, he said. This would be dangerous. Time skip. That was a long-ass ride, said Naruto. As he stepped off the boat, the group made their way. Hey, this mess, it's not normal, said Carnage. It has chakra in it. I can feel it on your skin. It seems like someone is messing with us. Or vision, that is. That means more enemies. More enemies for us to kill. I wonder who it is, said Naruto. Not much people can produce mist on this large scale. As he glanced around. Well then, that means they're strong. Finally a chance for you to use more than just a bit of your power. Is that correct? Yeah. Now we're talking, said Naruto as he continued to walk. As Kakashi felt it as well as he looked around. This mist didn't seem normal, as he could barely see ahead of them. The mist was blocking their vision. As the group continued to move, as they made their way, Sasuke was a bit pissed off that Naruto took all the spotlight from earlier. So the moment he heard something in the bushes, he threw a kunai. As Sakura got scared as she looked around. But then she saw, it's a rabbit, she said, breathing with a sigh of relief. It's okay, Sasuke-kun, she said. It's just a rabbit. Kakashi noticed the fur. It was then a whooshing sound could be heard. Everyone get down as he tackled Tazuna down to the ground. Sakura and Sasuke jumped down to the ground as the sword whipped over their head and stabbed into a tree. As someone flashed on the handle. As Kakashi glanced up, a man stood there, his ominous beady eyes looking down at them. Kakashi of the Sharingan. No wonder the demon brothers lose. It seems I have a worthy challenge on this mission. Unless you and your comrades want to survive and just hand me the old man. Zabuza, the demon of the mist. I'm afraid I can't do that. Is that so? Well then, I suppose I'll just have to kill you all. At least one of you were smart and ran away. Kakashi was confused what he meant by that. That is when he noticed there was no loud blonde around. Where did Naruto go? Said Sakura. As Kakashi wondered, did he really run away? Did he really abandon them? But that is when Kakashi and Zabuza felt the buildup of chakra. Move! As Kakashi grabbed onto Tazuna, the other two moved as well as Zabuza turned. Wind style. The tree was obliterated. Zabuza was forced to grab his blade and leap towards water. As the effects spread far and wide, Sakura had to cover her eyes, Sasuke doing the same as well, as he gripped on tightly to his kunai. Zabuza appeared on top of the water. Well, it seems you tried to sneak up on me. That's rather stupid, you know. Kira is known for its silent killing technique, and you really just try to sneak up on me. Zabuza turned and sliced. Sakura eyes went wide as she watched the blade slice into Naruto. As she couldn't believe it, Sasuke either, as Kakashi was shocked, as Naruto was not poofing away. Next time, don't try to sneak up on someone who is proficient in the silent killing technique. Well, I suppose there won't be a next time, because you're dead. As Naruto started to chuckle. You know, you talk too much. As Naruto's face started to melt, confusing the group. Black markings started to appear all over him, seals, as he ran on the blade. Zabuza watched with shock as the blade started to melt. He leaped away from the blonde before the acid that the blonde turned into could melt him to nothingness. As Zabuza was confused, he flashed the blade as a half of it had been melted off, as he frowned in annoyance. It was then that he looked down as he leaped away as a hand tried to grab him. As Naruto pulled himself out of the water, Zabuza raised an eyebrow. He's been under the water the entire time, he thought to himself. Oh, sorry about your blade there, said Naruto. I guess some of the trick worked. Huh, it did, but don't worry about my blade. It can be rebuilt. Huh? With new metal, Naruto asks. Nah, something I'll need from you, said Zabuza. Oh, what's that, said Naruto. Oh, that's simple, said Zabuza as he went through one-handed seals. Your blood. As he formed the mist jutsu, the mist filled the entire area. Kakashi pulled up his headband. You two, watch the bridge builder as she shot off into the mist. Sakura gripped her kunai as her hand was shaking. Zabuza flashed in front of Naruto. Damn, he's fast. As he sliced. Kakashi's eyes went wide when he arrived as he saw blood this time, showing that was the real Naruto. The blade started to reform from the blood as it absorbed it. Kakashi watched his Naruto body lean back from the slice, but yet he did not fall. He rushed over towards him only for him to laugh. Now this is what I'm talking about. Picking up trash, cleaning houses, doing all that rubbish. That was just chores. This is a mission, said Naruto, where I can finally show what I've been doing for the past couple of years. Zabuza was surprised at this kid. He was something else. As Naruto moved, BAM! His fist slammed into the blade. Zabuza was staggering a bit by the strength, but he was able to hold it back as he sliced. But Naruto was able to pull his body back. Zabuza brought the blade down to slice Naruto in half, but the blonde twists and drive his fist forward, only for Zabuza to use the hilt of the blade and knock Naruto's fist away before he brought the blade around, as Kakashi blocked it with his kunai, giving Naruto the opening that he needed. As he thrust forward, Zabuza had to leap away just in time as he felt the air pass his face. The amount of pressure behind the punch was just insane. He landed back on the water, surprised by this brat's strength. You're strong, I'll give you that, but enough playing around. He placed his blade as he flashed through a hand sign. Water style. Water dragon, he said. A massive water dragon formed behind him and reared its head back. Hey Kakashi, I know that you're the leader, but why don't we do a collaboration? My wind and your fire. After all, you are known for your over copying 1000 jutsu. As Naruto started to go through hand sign, Kakashi wasted no time. Fire style, fireball jutsu. Wind style, said Naruto. Daytopper. The amount of chakra that he used was staggering as Zabuza felt it. The attacks were able to steam right through his water dragon, forcing the man to leap away as the two of them burst through the smoke. Zabuza swinged his blade, but Kakashi blocked it, only for Naruto to slam his heel in Zabuza's stomach, knocking him back as Kakashi moved and threw a kunai. Zabuza knocked the kunai to the side, giving Naruto the opening to slam his heel on the man's shoulder, causing him to tilt down a bit, as Kakashi slashed across his side, forcing Zabuza to step back. He staggered back, as he wasn't ready for the both of them to gang up on him like this, as he brought his blade down. As Naruto placed his hands forward, using a pure manipulation of wind that caught Kakashi off guard, he blew himself backwards, missing the strike. He then thrust forward using that same wing to propel himself like a bullet as Zabuza smirked as he brought the blade down to sever Naruto completely. But that was his mistake, focusing too much on Naruto, who looked up and smiled at him. "And now you're dead," said Naruto. As Kakashi appeared behind Zabuza, Zabuza cursed. "Shit," he said as the kunai was about to rip into his back until Senbons hit him in the neck. As the man's body went rigid, as he collapsed forward onto Naruto. What the hell? As Naruto took him off in one hand. As Naruto noticed Senbons in his neck. "My thanks," said a voice, as someone landed. As Naruto turned his head to see, well, he didn't know if it was a man or a woman. The person was wearing a mask. "I've been hunting Zabuza for some time now. He's been able to get out of my grasp every time. I thank you for your help in allowing me to catch him." "You mean by us doing all the work?" "I apologize, I had to wait till the right moment. Now if you don't mind." Kakashi checked his pulse. "He's dead," he said. As Naruto turned towards the hunter, who started to walk towards him and slowly walk past him, Naruto's hand shot out and grabbed the hunter's hand. "May I ask why you're holding on to me?" the hunter said. "I'm just curious." "Are you a guy or a girl?" said Naruto. "I'm a guy." As Naruto released the person's hand. "Whoever this person is, they're lying," said Carnage. "Their intentions towards Zabuza is not one I've been hunting for so long. I think they're working together." "Could have fooled me," said Naruto. "I feel the same way." "Why now, just coming in, and not to mention, hunters usually take the head." "How do you know that?" said Carnage. "You don't care about these kind of things." "Huh. Oh, from sleeping with Uncle. She talked about her profession. And she also went into a bit of hunter detail, telling me a few things I might know, now that I was a ninja. It helped a lot, as you can see." "Grab him then. Stop him. I want to see the look on his face when he finds out that he's been caught in a lie." "Nah," said Naruto. "Why not?" "Well, Zabuza. He wasn't ready for us to team up on him like that. And I must say our teamwork was spectacular. I did not see what he was fully capable of. If this person is subordinate, Zabuza will be back with this person to kill us. I'm looking forward towards a good fight. Ending the fight now would not be too good." I suppose you're right. "Yeah, alright then. Leave them." "I'm also sure that it's not a guy," said Naruto. "Why not?" "Well, I have a sense with these things. I think that she's just lying to get away easily. Once again, my thanks." And with that, the hunter was gone, taking Zabuza as well. No, that was some kick-ass teamwork," said Naruto, as he looked towards Kakashi. "I mean, we took on as 7 ninja swordsmen." "Naruto, you can walk on water," said Kakashi. "Oh yeah," said Naruto. "I never knew that you knew that." "Well, I know a lot of things you don't know." "So what now?" "Well, we go back." As the both of them made their way. Meanwhile, the man escaped, as Carnage looked over towards the fox that was sleeping. "You know, a lot of interesting things is going on and yet you're sleeping. Don't you find all of this amusing and fun?" "You and I are not the same thing," said Krama. "What you find interesting I find boring. You simple-minded being." "Shove it, you giant rabbit," said Carnage as he turned his head, as Krama decided not to even reply to him. Time skip. The group arrived. As the door opened up, "Father!" as Kazuna was pushed out of the way. As Nami was surprised. "Hello there. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm here to assist your father in building the bridge." As he took her hand and laid a kiss on it, she was surprised at how nice he was being. "Thank you," she said. "I mean really," as she bowed her head, "for protecting my father against whoever is chasing after him." "You have my word," said Naruto. "We will do all that is in our power to make sure that your father survived this." As Naruto gave her a smile, causing her to smile back as well. As he stepped inside the house, Kakashi sighed and shook his head. A frown came on Tezuna's face as he realized why the brat had asked for the picture of his daughter, and what was exactly going on. But Naruto paid him no mind as he went inside, as Sakura simply sighed, as she remembered what he did on the road. Sasuke remembered the same thing as well, even though he was a bit more pissed off than Sakura that he hadn't gotten to fight yet. Seeing Kakashi and Naruto fight like that, like it was just them alone, as a unit, while he was on the sidelines doing nothing. He was like Sakura. Damn it, he really hated to think of himself as that, as he was pissed off more than before, as he noticed Naruto looking at him, and the dope was actually smiling. Could he read his mind or something? Sasuke wondered, but he realized that the dope was looking at him as he turned around. The daughter of the bridge builder was behind him picking something up, as she was bent over a bit. Sasuke sighed as he shook his head, as Sakura saw as well. Pervert. Hey, not a pervert, said Naruto. Just living out my best life. Meanwhile that was going on, Zabuza slowly opened his eyes. Why did you have to go and do that? As someone stepped towards him. The face looked quite elegant and rather beautiful. Long black hair. If I hadn't stepped in, you'd have been dead. Is that what you want? As Zabuza grumbled a bit. It was a mistake, he said. I let my guard down. That brat, he surprised me, I figure. He was just a normal Genin, but he was a lot stronger, not to mention that damn seal with his clone, somehow using acid on my blade, and I also slashed him across his chest. And the next moment he was healed like I never did anything. He can bleed, but yet he healed so quickly. Never seen anything like that before. Well, seen it once before, but I don't know, said Zabuza. My body feels stiff. It will take a while for your body to return back normal after the state I put you in. Damn it, said Zabuza. How long? Well, along with your injuries that you sustained. As she touched his stomach, Zabuza winced a bit. He's strong, she said. You're telling me. Strongest kid I ever met before. Physical wise. Well, all in all, I think 5 days. Fine. Do you have anything that can speed up the process? I can get some herbs. Then get them, Haku. I want my rematch. Especially with that kid. But guys, be and subscribe right here. If you want to see the next person to do, like, subscribe, comment down below. Turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember, share to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also, guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto Had a Powerful Familiar over on Anime King. To enjoy that, guys, and enjoy a brand new episode coming over Anime King. And yes, I need have 3 channels: Anime King, Anime King 2, Anime King 3, which I post 45 every single day for you guys to enjoy. So go ahead, check them out and enjoy, guys. But for now, I'm out. See you guys soon. Peace.